welcome to sexcessful Saturdays. I am your host, Marla Renee Stewart here. Hello, welcome. We are live on all the things. So we are live on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube. And as you can see here, I have this little one who is attached to my hip and will not go away for anything. I try to do all the things, convince him to watch a movie. None of it is working at the moment. So so here he is. So, say hey, everybody, say hey, Malachi. So I think it's centered on him now. Look at that camera. Come on, camera. This way. Oh, goodness gracious. No, it's not working. Okay, we're going to have to fix some things. Okay, so just trying to fix my camera here while I go live because all the things are happening at the moment. Let's see if it fixes itself. Okay. Goodness gracious. I tell y'all, it is a day already. It is a day. Anyway, hey, Big Daddy, how are you doing? Glad y'all are here. Glad y'all are hanging out with me this Saturday. It is the last Saturday of the year, y'all. Can you believe it? Time has gone by very, very quickly. And so today, because I was on vacation, in this last week, I really wanted to talk about, identifying new opportunities and thinking about setting goals, measuring our success, what that really looks like. And so, stop this camera from moving. Again, what that looks like is always different, right? So when we're thinking about our annual planning, we went over all the different things that we needed to do for the year as far as different projects, whether that was, what do you call it? Internal or external, like a different project. That was the way to, we're thinking about the ways that we're navigating our business, right? So, hey, Candace, happy Saturday. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Big Daddy. Good to see you too. Good stuff, y'all. And so I really just wanted to think about hey, what are your goals? And not even only thinking about your yearly goals, but at the beginning of the year, we're thinking about, our quarterly goals at this point, right? But before we even get to goals and measuring success and what that all means, we have to think about the goals we set for ourselves in 2024, right? What are some of the things that you had planned for and that you did a good job on navigating, right? And one of those things that I personally did was I finally got the podcast stuff started, right, for the Be Successful program. And so what was really cool about that is that I, got to interview all the people for the podcast. Now editing, that's coming soon. So hopefully those will be out soon. But, at least I got that part done. I decided on a podcast platform, like all of those different things. Not the recording piece, but, the releasing of the podcast piece. So that's super, super exciting that I got that done. And I'm just kind of yes, it's all coming together. So, all right, that's enough. So with that said, let's see here. What else? So when thinking about, 2024 goals, we're thinking about what we plan to do. So I would love to hear from y'all what are some of the things that you planned for in 2024? What are the things that you achieved? And how did you measure that success, right? Because when we think about how we are showing up, we kind of think about those, key performance indicators. We're thinking about some of the things that have helped us grow, right? Maybe you grew a certain number of followers, right? Over the past year, or within a certain time frame, right? So thinking about how you're measuring success is going to be, for your business, is going to be important, because that's how you're going to evaluate at the end of the year, right? Even thinking about your finances, right? How you are, what you've spent, how much money you brought in. All of these things are, with goals that you had for, 2024. So I would love to know if you have accomplished any of your goals for 2024, what that looks like. You said to do photo shoots and live stream for. Okay. So yes, I think you should definitely do that, as far as thinking about your live for 2025, right? So you want to do more photo shoots. I definitely want to do more photo shoots. I want to do more thirst trap pictures and whatnot. Definitely live streaming. I'm going to keep up. So I will continue to do SBiz Saturdays here every Saturday, well, most Saturdays at 12 p.m. noon on Eastern time. And as y'all know, I was in the vacation last week. I was in the Dominican Republic. It was beautiful. This time last week, I was on a adventure buggy ride where I was muddy and soaked with mud. Not my favorite thing. I don't really like to be dirty like that, being like outside, outside like that in the dirt and whatnot. But Malachi seemed to love it. But we really had a good time. So, and that was a really great way to sort of celebrate my success. And even I got, right before that, I got the news of that. I finally received my ASEC certification, my Certified Sexuality Educator certification. And even though I've won 3 ASEC awards, and I'm a member, I still wasn't ASEC certified. So I finally did that. Bianca convinced me to do that. And so, so I finally, celebrated those successes. So, you said, Candace, you said you niched down to something that felt authentic to me in 2024. That's amazing. That's awesome. And I think we should all do that. Like, we all need to think about what we are doing, how we are showing up, right, in the following year. I know I'm not shifting my brand or anything like that, because I have the successful stuff, and of course I have the velvet lip stuff, which is my educational piece. So I'm super excited about developing both of those things, and super excited. So but anyway, there's if you have not checked out my program, please make sure you check it out. Just go to sexcessful.biz if you really want to be in the official program. I'm super excited for 2025 because I'll be coming out with like a marketing summit. So that should be fun. And of course, the podcast launching, all of the good stuff, and just really writing more and, really developing more content. So super excited to bring you that in 2025. Candace, I would love to hear what you're going to do for 2025. And if you have any projects coming up, or you, Gerard, if there's anything popping up for you. You said you want to do some traveling, photo shoots, kink shoots. That's awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. So the other piece that I did want to briefly talk about was really around, what do you call, oh my gosh, celebrations. I was looking at Instagram and was like there was somebody who shared a post of Taraji P. Doing all sorts of celebrations and being like, I didn't hit my foot on the table. Celebrate. I didn't, like, my car didn't break down. Let's celebrate. And I was like, that's amazing. I think we should always be celebrating. We should always be really having a good time. Always be thinking about, Malachi, really? You think that's funny? Okay. So anyway, really thinking about like, hey, that's enough. Really thinking about how we are going into the new year. So hope you have celebrated your successes, thinking about, 2024, what you've accomplished, what you haven't been able to accomplish, and that you're pushing to 2025 like I did with the podcast. All these different things that, you're getting ready for. So Kenny said you launched your Patreon this week. Congratulations. I know launching one of those is not easy. And I know that like when you, launch something like a Patreon, you gotta hype it up. You gotta be talking about your Patreon constantly. So I hope you are doing that and making that happen. You said you launched your Patreon this week. Cherry picked pleasures. Nice. And I have a 9-week course coming out second quarter. That is incredible. That is awesome. I do want to let you know, it's my piece of advice. I love Cherry Picked Pleasures. I think that is an amazing name. And also, pleasure is one of those words that is suppressed on Instagram. So just to let you know, not to derail you from, your name or anything like that, but just know that like, if you are going to promote it, on social media, words that, in our industry that we use to substitute for, sex, right? We we've used a lot of like pleasure and that kind of thing, or misspelling it and all of that stuff. Just let you know that is one of the words that is, this might even get me suppressed just for mentioning it right now. Hopefully not so, but yeah. All right, James just said setting an online coaching program and writing a book. Awesome. Excellent. Books are really great lead magnets. I really, really highly encourage you to write a book. I've been in the midst of an outline of a book, but I want to finish my PhD program first. But writing a book, I think, Jess and I, we wrote our book in 2 weeks. We reserved 2 weeks. I think it was like in March or April or something like that, that we weren't traveling, we weren't doing anything. And we just, the whole day, whole night, we just hammered out that book. And so I prefer that method. If you're thinking about, writing a book, I definitely prefer that method to just hammering it down and just doing it kind of all in one take, or reserving time out, like maybe renting like a cabin or something like that. Or I went to my parents' house. Like I was just like, I got to get away from everybody. So I went to my parents' house for 2 weeks, and just, hammered it out and just wrote. So I highly encourage you to do the same, or set time, do some time blocking, because time blocking is a really great way to hammer things out too, so time blocks of, maybe 2 hours or more, just to concentrate on your book would be helpful. And let's see here. And an online coaching program. Yes, I'm going to be launching an app soon. Woo-hoo. Can't wait. That is coming, hopefully, with this first cohort for the DRIP program. So I'm super excited about that. But yes, the online coaching program, I think that's awesome. And figuring out how you want to work that is going to be beautiful. So you said, yes, setting aside the next 3 weeks with an editor. Perfect. Excellent. Yeah. The faster you can do that and hammer it out, the better for a book. And it's, like I said, really great lead magnet, really great, passive income source. Whenever I bought like a ton of books and just had them for available, like as people join my email list, and then they go into my, welcome funnel, and, so books were, constantly getting sold from that. So yeah. So Candace, yeah, thank you for the reminder. Absolutely. Just to remember that, you just got to be able to navigate that and and think about it in certain ways. I mean, all the restrictions, and again, the restrictions are not going to get easier. As you know, us as educators, and even in this industry, we're kind of getting siloed into, as explicit. And so I think that's also really, really important to think about how we are navigating the space and how we're navigating social media. So Quinn, you said need start. Okay. You need to start. Yes. Well, if you're going into your business, you got to start soon. And January, great time to start. It's a great time to start now. Start planning, start doing the things you need to do now to help you with your business. And so just to remind y'all, you can get my free social media cheat sheet. Just go to qrco.de/5 solutions. And also you can always feel free to submit your questions to qrco.de/successama. And if you haven't heard already, I did launch my Be Successful bookkeeping system, more than just a financial tool, really to help you track expenses, your income, see how much money you're making from what, to see what you need to concentrate on, how you want to get to the financial numbers that you want to get to. So I'm currently going to be getting the tutorial videos on that done, but you can join the wait list in the meantime. And then when it drops, I will be happy to have you have first access to that and get I think I have like the first 10 people will get a discount on the system. So please make sure you check that out and join the wait list for that. So, look how big that baby has gotten. Gorgeous. Aw, thank you. Yes. And he's causing a ruckus around here, and he is attached to my hip. And even though I tried to leave him where he needed to be out there, he didn't want to listen. So, yes, he is ginormous. And everybody looks at him and thinks he's like 5 or 6. But he is 3, y'all. He is 3. Can you believe it?
3 y'all.
Yeah. How old are you? Oh, now you want to be shy? Mm-hmm. Now you want to be shy. Anyway, yes, this baby is big. Yes, Candace says, can't wait for it. I'm on the wait list. Awesome. Excellent. Good stuff. All right, y'all. Well, like I said, I just really wanted to come through here. Again, if you have any questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them now. But I just really wanted to remind you to just keep celebrating your wins for 2024, that you are really taking the time to celebrate what you did for the year, and, give yourself some grace for what can come for 2025. So I hope that you will be here to talk more with me about that as we move into the new year, y'all. I hope y'all are ready. I have my passion planner going. I have my habit trackers, and I got a new one, y'all. I know, a new one, a quarterly planner, just to remember, just to think about the day. So when we start talking about sort of systems and self-care systems and how we prioritize ourselves, that is one of the things that we need to do moving into the year. So I will have classes on that. Can't wait to bring that to you all. And I guess that's it for today, y'all. I mean, I've been harassed and trolled by the little one here. So when's the deadline to apply to be a mentee? Oh, I've already selected the mentees. Thank you for asking. But I've already selected the mentees. I've selected 3 mentees. I'm super excited. We have our first meeting on Monday as a team. So I'll have my business manager, my mentees, and my marketing person. I'm super excited to bring in the new year with a team that's going to be awesome. So that is where I'm at. So yeah, so no more mentees. No more mentees. Well, we'll see. We'll see over the next quarter if that changes or not. But for right now, No more mentees. So I have everybody that I need at the moment. But thank you for asking. All right, y'all. I hope you have an amazing new year. Stepping into the new year with grace, with love, with thinking about new goals for your business. Please feel free to hit me up anytime if you have any questions, or if you just want to talk business. Or you're like, Marla, I want you to cover this. I'm happy to explore those things with you. For the year, we're going to be talking about lots of really great stuff. And I'm just super excited about like all the different possibilities. So anywho, thank you all so much for being here, for listening. And I will stop being harassed by this little one and talk to you all later. All right. Again, I'm Marla Renee Stewart here on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and happy to answer any of your business questions. All right. Have a happy Saturday, y'all. Cheers to your professional success.